For years, they've been sold as an escape from reality. But behind the scenes, it's businesses like this one that helped keep cruise ships afloat. Alfredo Quaglia opened his electric motor repairs workshop in the 90s to service one of Australia's first cruise ships, the Fairstar.
Most Australians of the old generation would remember that ship as one of the icons.
His business grew as the industry did, eventually branching out into providing ships with last-minute supplies like food and flowers.
This place looked like a house on fire, always.
As coronavirus spread and cruising came to a halt, half of the company's income disappeared, and the hours worked by Alfredo's mostly young team had to be cut down.
All these guys that you see working in here, they all started from the very beginnings as an apprentice. I don't want to just quit and say, well, it's all gone.
1 and 2 and good control. Go.
Across the country, the suspension of cruising has put lives and careers on hold.
Control. Push, get the front leg up. Hit strong.
A qualified gymnastics coach, Ashleigh Perrie was working as a dancer on the Zan Dam off South America when COVID struck and guests started falling ill.
The scariest part was definitely just the uncertainty of it, like not knowing if we were going to get help from any of the surrounding governments, not knowing if we were going to be able to dock anywhere.
Both Ashleigh and her British partner Alex came down with coronavirus symptoms. An antibodies test later showed she's likely to have had it. Altogether, they spent 60 days stuck at sea before being able to get back to their families in Australia and the UK.
At the moment, we're definitely at a crossroads, career-wise and life-wise. We would love, if cruising does get back up and running, to potentially go on another cruise. However, it's all so uncertain at the moment.
Outbreaks closer to home prompted the Prime Minister to order foreign-flagged cruise ships out of Australian waters. More than 150 Australians had to be evacuated from the Diamond Princess off Japan. And the now infamous Ruby Princess, allowed to dock in Sydney in March, has since been linked to at least 28 deaths. Like so much else during the pandemic, the future of the cruise ship industry remains uncertain. Concern about COVID-19 cases overseas is keeping Australia's international border closed, and the federal government has extended its cruising ban until at least mid-December. The industry hopes it might be able to gradually resume cruises before then, starting with domestic trips as state borders reopen, insisting it can be done in a COVID-safe way.
Exactly what we're seeing happening in restaurants and gyms and theatres will happen on cruise ships as well, in terms of social distancing, group sizes, food service, and every element of the passenger experience.
But the government's expert medical panel still considers cruising to pose a high risk of transmission, and epidemiologists warn that without a vaccine, there's no easy fix.
It is going to be challenging, noting that we now understand that the virus spreads very effectively and rapidly in these settings. We also know that there's pre-symptomatic transmission of the disease.
In the meantime, all some business owners can do is wait. In the more than 40 years George Vella has been running his Western Sydney travel agency, he's never come up against a challenge like this.
It's been horrible. It's been, at the moment, there is no business. Now, as you could see, this is getting thicker.
Many clients who had accepted credits for cancelled cruises now want their money back, and that means returning the commissions earned on bookings.
I wish I had a coffee shop, because I would have closed the shop back in March. In our business, I have to keep the office working to bring back payments that I've made a year ago, bring them back into the company and refund them back to the client.
While the JobKeeper wage subsidy is helping, he warns other travel agencies won't survive.
Same thing, that section one more time. 1, 2, 3.
An entire industry unsure of when it will be back on its feet. Jade Macmillan, ABC News.